things we knew? Would you stand up for truth? Or would you turn away too? And then what if you saw all of the things that's wrong? Would you stand tall and strong? Or would you turn and walk away? What would you do if you knew all the things we knew? Would you stand up for truth? Or would you turn away too? And then what if you saw?
There is no doubt that we are headed into a major storm, economically, militarily, societally, on a planetary scale.
I see a message from the government.
Final segment right now with Anthony J. Hilder. He'll join us again next week for another hour. We'll take a few final calls and then let him say hi to his friend, Lindsey Williams, who's scheduled to join us in about 6 minutes. Right now, let's go ahead and talk to John in Illinois. John, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hello, Alex. Thanks for taking my call. This is just a little bit off topic, but it's very important that I impart this to you. I had dinner with Lieutenant Colonel Bob Bowman last night, and I asked him the pointed question, does he think the military will obey Bush's order to attack Iran? And even though Bowman's been out of the loop for 25 years, he retired 25 years ago, he fervently believes that they will not obey that order.
Admiral Fallon wouldn't.
Certainly, and he pointed that out. But because he's been out of the loop so long, I take it with a grain of salt. I think he may be more optimistic. But then I see the establishment, the Secret Service, attacking We Are Change and Alex Jones, and this tells me that these people are getting desperate. They are scared.
Well, I wish they just joined the American people. We're no threat to anybody. We're not the terrorists that carried out 9/11.
There's no question that there is a fear amongst this evilarchy, and I call it an evilarchy because it is Luciferian. There is a fear of massive exposure, and the very best talk show in the world is the one that you are on right now with Alex Jones. He has done so much with so little for so many for so long.
Well, Anthony, the enemy's been in overdrive with COINTELPRO and their mindless parrots attacking me, but that only lets me know that we are really having an effect. And it's the guests we bring on, it's the synergy of information, it's the callers, it's everything, it's the films, it's the celebrities we have on. All of it is really having a big effect. But it's very daunting for me to have this responsibility and to realize we are the tip of the spear, folks. You have found it. You are here. This is the ultimate resistance. So this is the best we've got. Doesn't mean it's perfect, but this is the ultimate right now. And
well, you know, it's all of us working together. And when I say all of us, I'm talking about the guy who calls in for the first time on the show and says, look, I've got this little bit of information. It may not be real important, but it is. It's important that you pick up that phone and you call other talk shows around America, because your voice represents 10,000 people. And
we have to have a huge, intensifying, building wave of awakening, a renaissance, a revelation, as you say. And we've done that with false flag terror. Now people know about Inside Job. It's in the nomenclature. People are talking about it. It's in the vernacular. It's people are understanding it, and it's exponential. And I agree with you, Anthony. The enemy's back against the wall. Thank you, John. I want to go to Jimmy and Chris and everybody else. We've got to hurry because Lindsey Williams, I've already backed him up a few minutes. We're about to get him online right now with very important information. Right now, let's go to Jimmy in Michigan. Jimmy, you're on the air worldwide.
Hey, how's it going, Alex?
Good.
Anthony. Hey, thank you a lot for all of the tools that you've given me, Illuminati, martial law, all of those videos. It's been excellent to wake people up with. I used them to wake up a lady named Sharon Rainier, who's running for the United States Congress here in our 7th district. She knows. I introduced her to Mark Hornke. She knows what's going on, and they just wrote a big hit piece on her in the Ann Arbor News. But no big deal. That's, so what? They write a news piece about her that says she's for hard money, and
they don't open fire on you in the info war until you're hitting them.
That's right. And the North American Union and things like that, they say she's crazy and this and that, but a lot of people have called in. I can't even get through to the editor because their line is busy. People are just constantly calling and saying they're going to vote for her. Thanks for writing the hit piece, because it's cool. All the Ron Paul people are now going to vote for her.
Absolutely. Got to jump. Absolutely. Let's take one. Well, I want to go to Peggy in PA. Peggy, you're on the air with Anthony J. Hilder. Go ahead.
Hi, Alex. One of the things that sometimes gets overlooked is for people like me that Satanism doesn't have any power over it, just doesn't interest me. But for the people that, as you're saying, they do believe in it, and what kind of mind is interested in something like that? And it's always, and it has been throughout history, someone who is very aggressive, someone who is very masculine in the sense that all the traditional masculine virtues have been changed or warped into something that seems demonic to somebody like me.
No, they're beasts. They're like ravenous beasts that goes about seeing who they can devour.
The Masonic goat is half woman, half man. At least that's the visual on it. The Masonic goat is Baphomet, and the Baphomet is the goat of Mendez, and the goat of Mendez is Satan. This is the seal of Satan, and it is the icon of the American nation. Whoever put that on it's the same group of people who put that 666-foot penis in Washington, D.C. It's 555 feet above the ground. It's 111 feet below the ground. If you take a look at the configuration of the city of Washington, D.C., you'll see the satanic pentagram.
Absolutely. Listen, I got to let Peggy go.
The interior of the pentagram.
I got to let Peggy go. Do we have Mr. Williams?
He's all set.
Okay. We need to get to Lindsey Williams here for about 45 minutes. Just amazing information. But I wanted to give, because they're friends and know each other, I wanted to give Anthony Hilder a chance before we let him go. He's going to be back with us next week to say hi to Lindsey Williams. And also he's got Lindsey Williams in his new film, $10 a gallon gas that he's almost done producing.
Well, Lindsey Williams is standing 10 feet tall. He came over to the ranch where we recorded this for a couple hours. We'll be able to use maybe 5 or 6 minutes out of the couple hours. That's what happens when we do shoots. But Lindsey has the inside scoop, and he talked about the massive amount of oil which is off the North Slope. Said it before, and he'll say it again, that there's enough oil up there using the abiotic oil that we do use. It's not fossil fuel. Lasts for 150 years. But we've got an ocean out there of energy. We can convert the water into hydrogen. We can end the fuel crisis and the crisis that will bring us down overnight.
Okay, fire out your website, and we're going to let you go, Anthony.
Yes, Free World Film Works, and it's 800. If you want the number, 800-597-9250 for Skull and Bones, and we'll get to $10 a gallon. And we have to avert this situation, and have alternative fuels. And Willie is on board as the late Dennis Weaver is on the film. It's essential. It's freeworldfilmworks.com.
Gotcha. Anthony, thank you for the time.
Thank you, and God bless Lindsey. Brother, I don't know whether you can hear this right now, but he's standing 10 feet tall and is continuing in this fight. He says he's going to bow out someday soon, but
all right.
I hope that he stays in.
Okay, Anthony Hilder, thank you, my friend. Yes, and Lindsey can hear you. Let's bring Lindsey Williams in right now. Lindsey, it's great to have you with us today.
Thank you, Alex, for allowing me the privilege of being on your show today.
Well, it's great to have you here. For those that don't know who you are, been hiding under a rock, in just a nutshell, a minute or two, an abbreviated history, tell us how you woke up, what we're facing, and now you've got a lot of new info. You say you and your family are being threatened. You're going to be bowing out soon. I hope that's not the case. And then you say you've got new information from oil executive contacts that you have. Your info's proven to be very accurate in the past. And you've got some new bombshell info for everybody today.
Every